Maya. We're here in the Collis household. Katie just brought me this.
And 3 bottles of wine.
3 bottles of my summer red barefoot wine that I love. And mine was out. My wine store didn't have it, so I was like, I've been digging a hole, and if that's why, let me just tell you a quick story because you don't know about this yet. We are getting a pool. It's like 18 foot by, I don't know, some inches. I don't remember how many inches, but it's a lot of inches. So it's an above ground pool, and so we've been leveling and digging, and that's why I haven't really talked to you that much because we've been kind of busy. And where was I going with? Oh, so yes, I needed wine at night. Yeah, because it's been a lot of work, and my legs hurt, and my body hurts.
And I could just sense it, so that's why I called her and said.
She surprised me today. She said, "Would you like a coffee, a free one?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Why do you have to ask? And then she's like, "Well, I'm going to the wine store too," and so that's how that came about.
And I cleared them out.
Yeah.
Every bottle of summer red on the shelf.
It's delish. It is delish. And you'll have to try that sometime. I know you tried the Riesling that I got while we were up there, but you would really like this one too. So, Katie, what have you been up to lately?
Park rangering.
Yes. And where is that? Where are you park rangering?
Up at a notorious state park called Beltsville, just south of the Poconos, and we get quite a interesting crowd there on the weekend.
Tell us the story.
Oh, goodness.
A good one.
Last weekend, I ended up staying late on Saturday because we had a 14-year-old and a 20-year-old, both males, of course, missing, and the family came to tell us after they had been missing for like 2 hours. Oh, so we went for a hike with, I don't remember their names, so-and-so and so-and-so, and then we lost them around the side of this hill, and we came back to the beach and we haven't seen them for, I don't know, it's been like 2 hours. Maybe it's been 3 hours. We're like, oh, okay. So the search was on. We had state police, we had township police, we had the fire company come in, and it started getting pretty darn serious when we, asked if they could swim. We had Fish and Boat Commission out on the water looking for what we thought might be their dead bodies. We didn't know. And they ended up being found walking across the breast of the dam, because I work at a park where there's a man-made lake by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. There's a huge dam there, and which is on federal property, and that's where they were found. And they were completely fine.
They were just like, hey, taking a stroll.
Oh yeah, they were exploring. That's what they said. And our DCNR ranger, which is like the law enforcement ranger for the park, we have several, but he's the head of all of them. He was like, all right, Lewis and Clark, get in the car. We're going back to your family.
Did they get in trouble?
They should have, but it was up to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and they said, well, we let people walk across the dam if they ask. And Dave, the DCNR ranger, said, well, they didn't ask, they just did it. But I guess because it's so much paperwork, they decided not to press charges. But Dave was really ticked off. I could see, like, I was leaving as he's pulling up in his vehicle, and letting these 2 guys out of the back, which is like a cage, just like it would be in a cop car. And he was not looking too happy.
I know.
Lots of stupid people come to our park.
Has there been any funny stories that you can think of? No?
Not in the park. My manager told me a funny story.
Oh, tell us. Tell us all.
Apparently, people call the park for all sorts of reasons, not just to ask questions about the park itself.
Okay.
And somebody,
not sure where you're going,
last year called the park and said, well, I live down in Palmerton, which is a good, 12, 15 miles from the park itself. It doesn't even border the park, is my point. and somebody put up deer crossing signs right in front of my front yard, and I don't want deer to cross there. So can you take them down?
Right. Okay.
That's what I said. Stupid people.
Oh my word. That's a good one.
So
Was that a lady that called?
I
I
don't know, but it was up to our poor clerk to answer their question with some tact.
Yeah,
without
exactly. I don't know. That would have been real hard for me. I would have
laughing in
been.
their face.
Let me just. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a good one. But
And you like working there? Have you?
yeah, I do like working there. I like the weekdays better than the weekends because I get to go hiking and take photographs and
They let you do that and everything, or
yeah. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So
No, my manager tells me, he's like, go for a hike. There's nothing else to do. I'm like, okay, sweet.
awesome. So what about on the weekends? You just can't do that, or what are you doing that's different?
Well, the weekends are just mass chaos because
Mhm.
we've got people coming in from New York City, Philadelphia, hauling in like 2 huge gas grills, in the bed of their truck with all sorts of
Yikes.
other stuff strapped to their truck. Um, we've got lost children, we've got people slicing open their fingers while they're making dinner. So we are really busy on the weekends with.
So, well, for like medical things like that, do you guys have like, do you carry equipment with you? Like, do you have a backpack? Like, how does that work?
I suppose we could. There is a duffel bag with first aid stuff, but I'm up at the first aid station, and people, normally will just come to me if anything happens. I had to wrap some guy's ankle this past weekend. I had no idea how to do that. I just sort of wung it. And lent him some crutches from the park, and then I offered.
I wanted to ask, like, when it just reminded me, are you like squeamish with blood and things?
No.
No. Okay.
I'm
I was
not.
just curious because I don't know if to be a park ranger you have to have that first aid type training. Like,
Yeah, you do.
Okay. So I was just thinking like, oh man, I wonder if someone's ever like cut something open and then freaked out. Just.
No, I did the first aid and the CPR training, and this lady that cut her finger open over the weekend, it was really deep, so I had to put pressure on her for quite some time.
Hold on. MY, can you go back? You have to be cleaning your room, sweetie.
And
MY.
I had to put some gauze on it and wrap it up, and I was fine though. I mean,
Good.
and she was pretty good about it.
All right. Yeah.
Apparently, I wasn't supposed to touch her, but I had gloves on, so I don't know. Everyone else in the park is like, if they have a cut, just like throw them a Band-Aid, and if it's a really bad cut, just have them put pressure on it.
Oh yeah, if you have gloves on, I wouldn't see a problem.
Yeah.
Is that like a rule? Because that's something new.
No, it's not a rule. It's just that
They're weird like that.
none of the guys want to really help that much, and I'm just the opposite. So
yeah, I'm not squeamish at all. I mean, with all the blood I've had to deal with jobs and stuff, so yeah, that wouldn't bother me.
I'm guessing this is not going to be the worst of it though, because we had somebody last year get run over by a jet ski, which I was not there to witness. So hopefully,
especially
we
the
won't have a
summer, this
repeat.
is like serious time where people come and visit and everything. So I'm wondering if by the end of the summer how many things
Oh yeah, July 4th, I'm sure, after working for 10, maybe 12 hours, because apparently I'm supposed to work as long as I possibly can that day, I'll have some good stories after that.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me all about them.
Mm-hmm. Because people think, since it's July 4th, the no alcohol in the park rule is out the window, and
okay, I like alcohol in the park.
well, just be
saying.
sneaky about it.
Okay. I'll put it, not that I'm going to a park, but you'd have to disguise it with something.
And going to the back of your, like, souped up Cadillac and pouring something, you know, in the trunk, that's not.
So I
being
can't bring
sneaky about
my
it.
tiki bar then.
No. I would say like putting it in a, I don't know, a travel coffee mug maybe.
There you go.
That would be the way to go. I've thought of these things after seeing what other people do.
Have you had to tell someone like, hey, you can't have that in here?
No, I have, like, if I observe that, I have to tell the law enforcement rangers. Just so.
Well, that's good that you don't have to tell people that.
Yeah.
That would suck.
Yeah. No, I tell people they can't have their dogs on the beach, or, you know, they can't have their grills on the beach, which would seem obvious. But.
Yes. Okay, so are you trying to move up near there?
Maybe.
Okay, so have you looked? I know you said you were planning on it, but.
No, I've been a slacker this week just because Dylan left on Sunday to go to New Mexico with his grandparents, and I've come home and just like enjoyed the peace and quiet instead of.
I don't even know what that is.
I know.
That would be awesome. I wonder what I would do.
I just go to bed at like 9:30. That's what I do.
That's me here, but like I'm crashed on the couch, like, and then tell me if this happens to you, but when I fall asleep on my couch and I wake up later, I'm like super confused and pissed. I'm like, Jake's like, hun, let's go up to bed, and I'm like, what? I'm all like confused and like, I'm like, I hate falling asleep on the couch, but I'm so cozy because I have my snuggly blanket and I love it, and I don't want to leave.
If I fall asleep on the couch, I'm usually not waking up till the next morning.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I'm
man.
zonked out. Like, laundry still in the washing machine that has to go in the dryer. You know, the house half vacuumed, my clothes on from that day, and I am zonked out on the couch. And luckily, Brecken is very good at being an alarm clock. Brecken's my cat. And there have been several days where I've forgotten to set my alarm. And he knows exactly what time to wake me up. I don't know how he does it.
Oh, that's good.
Yep, but yesterday was one of those days. And he woke me up at 5:30 in the morning, like the exact time that I had to wake up to start getting ready for work. He jumped up on the couch and got right in my face. Actually, what he does is he sinks his claws into my cheek.
Oh, that's good. I bet you're up quick.
That is a surefire way of getting me up.
Oh, he's cute though.
He is. And he doesn't hurt me. He just sort of like sticks his claws in and takes them right back out, you know.
He's like, biatch, get up and feed me, sucker.
Well, no, it's not even that. Like, he had food in his bowl. He somehow just knows when to get me up. This morning, he woke me up at 8 o'clock because he knew it was my day off.
Man,
I know, he's good.
he is good.
He's like, I know she doesn't want to sleep in until like 10 and, you know, waste the day away. But she certainly doesn't want to get up at 5:30.
Well, I tell you what, I'm so excited that it's summer because I get to wake up at 8 o'clock.
Every day?
Well, only on the days that I don't have Olivia. If I have Olivia, then I still have to wake up at 6:45. And I am just so excited. But, you know, the problem is, this is the problem, that even though I can wake up at 8 and I have my alarm set for 8, Jake wakes up at, his alarm clock goes off at 6, and he hits snooze all the way until 7 every 9 minutes.
No.
Yeah.
What is the point of that?
Thank you.
Why not just set it for like 6:45?
Oh my God, Katie, I want to
snooze one
I
time.
seriously want to take a sledgehammer to this freaking alarm clock. I'm like, why do you do that? And he does it every single morning on the weekends too. I'm like, really? We don't
Why
even.
do you need an alarm
And
clock?
this is what he says. He says, well, I really want to get up early, but then I don't feel like it. I'm like, you do that every single weekend, so please let's turn it off.
Yeah.
So that's number one. So I get up every 9 minutes, and it's to the worst country station ever.
Is that why he sets it to country? So we'll get him up or what?
Well, no, it's just it comes in really clear. Like
Oh.
he wants to listen to Preston and Steve in the morning, but it's crackly,
Mm.
and Curran's constantly up there fiddling with it. So sometimes it's like "Bah!" like buzz, and I'm like, ah! Hello, good morning. So then that's, and then okay. So after Jake's alarm ends at 7, then he comes in, wakes me up. Is always all up in my business. And
We don't need any more details about that.
that's, yeah, and I'm like, can you leave me alone? I'm like, aren't you late? Go to work. And so then he comes in like 2 more times to say goodbye to me. And then he finally leaves. And then he calls me at 7:45 to say, oh, I'm about at work. I'm just saying have a good day and love you and stuff like that. And I'm like,
Every day.
every day. So I'm like, well, that was great sleeping for me. I'm like,
I was going to say I'm jealous that you get to sleep until 8, but it really does not sound like you truly get to sleep until 8. So
yeah, I try to go back to sleep, so I end up laying there with my eyes closed,
Mhm.
pretending to sleep.
and that's sort of frustrating
It is.
because then you feel like you should be doing something.
I know, and then I'm like, I could totally be cleaning. Laundry. I could actually get dressed and do all my bathroom stuff and brush my hair.
Before the kids get up.
Yeah. So.
That is the one nice thing about getting up at 5:30 in the morning is that I have the whole house to myself, except for Brendan, who always wants to be in my way, but only because he loves me. So I have to understand.
Oh, and I forgot to tell you, during those 2 hours, Hayes comes in and Aiden comes in and Isabella's yelling for me, too. And Curran is chatting away. He just sings and dances and jumps, but that's still going on. And then Hayes wants me to turn on his knobby and his tablet, because for some reason he can't hold the button down to like officially turn it on. I don't know what's going on with it. So anyway, yeah, and I'm like, really? So you see, I would just. That's it.
What are you gonna say?
I'm just saying, like, I don't even know what I would do with myself if I ever had time to just to not take care of anybody. Oh, don't answer that
You
because
could go
there's
first.
no answer. There's no answer.
Because I'm sure that's what you do.
Speaking of that, let me go into this story. My brother, Maya, is coming for 3 weeks. I think I just told you that this morning. And he came over yesterday, and it was so good to see him. It really was. Like he's changed a lot. I feel like he talks with an accent, like this Chinese accent. It's really funny. He talks like a Chinese person speaking English talks like, if that makes any sense.
Like really proper, you said.
Very
right?
proper, but also slow. He teaches the kids over there English, so he has to really. Man, I wish I could give you an example. You know, he'll talk to my kids and say, "Yes, Bella, why don't you, very slow, very drawn out kind of." And I think the kids are like, "What's up with this guy? Like, why is he talking like that?" It's just really funny to hear him because obviously he didn't used to sound like that. So.
But he's not exactly talking like a Chinese person who was learning English because they leave out all sorts of articles and stuff, right?
Well, right, they do, but the way that they say the words is what he does too.
Okay.
And it's just because, I mean, he has, his girlfriend is very good. She teaches children English as well, so she's pretty good. But the only people that he's around that speak English are Chinese people speaking English. So I feel like he's just picked it up. Anyway, so it was really great to see him, and he brought over these snacks for the kids. One is like this ridiculous, like spicy peanuts mix. It has like these little red pepper things in it, and it is like seriously spicy. He brought over seaweed.
Jackie's favorite.
Maya, do you remember the seaweed from Mom? Do you remember that? Because I told him we've tried it before, and it's narsky malarski.
You're right. She was snacking on it when she was drinking her wine last night.
No, I vom. Not a seaweed girl. I know it's healthy, and I would love to eat it and like it, but you know, I'm not a fan.
I'm not either.
Salty and so anyway, he also brought over these chocolates. So I set out a bowl in front of each kid with each of the little snacks in it, and I was like, okay, guys, I wanted them to all try it at once. Do it, the seaweed and the peanuts. Well, Hayes liked the peanuts, and the seaweed. The seaweed no one liked, and the chocolate everyone liked. So
what kind of chocolate was it?
I don't know. It's this European chocolate. They only get.
Oh.
He told us that they only have Snickers bars over there, chocolate, and this other European chocolate. That's the only thing.
Oh.
They don't have children's toys. At all.
Well, that's probably good.
Well,
right.
yeah,
children's toys.
Yes, all they do, he says, like the kids aren't allowed to play. They don't play at all. All they do is learn, read. Like, you know, that's what it basically is over there. He also told me that there was absolutely no crime, which is crazy because me thinking about it, I was like, there must be a lot of crime because it's so crowded and everything like that, and I just imagine that there would be.
Yeah.
Probably from like the Jackie Chan movies. I know it's horrible, but just I don't know. Like I just thought that there would be like ninjas. Like okay, I'm not gonna go.
Well, that's Japanese.
Whatever.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, it's the same thing in Japan. There's a very low crime rate.
I wasn't aware. I don't think I ever really thought about it before. And he said no, there's almost zero.
Mm-hmm.
And he just said that people are, you know, it's a different mentality there. They want to survive. They want food. They want shelter. They don't, you know, it's not about things over there.
Yeah.
Or, you know, he really likes it over there. He likes what he does. And I just get upset because he is going to marry this girl. Like,
he is?
Yeah.
Are they
and
engaged?
She's so cute. Yeah, well,
Oh.
The only problem he's coming over here to get married, number one. So I'm really excited about that.
Uh-huh.
It's going to take a while. He was supposed to get married this time, but they
Is
applied
she
for
here with him too?
No.
Oh.
They applied for the visa last year, and it still hasn't come in yet. It's been a year of waiting. So whenever, so they're going to wait until they get that to come and get married. And
would it be easier to get married there and then bring her over here and do like a secondary ceremony?
I don't know.
Because once she's married to an American citizen, it should be a lot easier to get her in the country, you know?
I'm not sure how that works.
Okay.
I'm sure if it is, he would have done it that way.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm sure he researched everything. But where was I going with this? Oh, but her family doesn't know. It's not good to get married to an American.
Dirty American.
Yeah, they really don't like that. So the parents don't know. The sisters and brother know.
Oh, there's more than one sibling in the family.
Yes,
That's
somehow they got away with that. He says
wow.
He said that there, of course, there's only I think two. They're allowed two.
Okay.
Per family, but they get away with it. Like if you're a farmer or somebody like way out, somehow you can get away with it or hide them or something.
Oh.
Yeah.
So there's 4 kids in that family?
I think so. I think he said she has 2 sisters and a brother.
Wow, she's lucky.
Yeah. That's I think that's a pretty big deal. So
yeah.
Anyway, the siblings know, but the parents don't, and I'm like, oh, how is that gonna, And supposedly, he's never even met them because it's like a really,
The parents or the siblings?
The parents.
So he's met the siblings. Do they like him?
I don't know.
Like,
I didn't ask him that.
Okay.
So anyway.
Because if it's like 4 siblings against 2 parents, maybe.
I don't think it's like that over there. I think it's the parents are.
Yeah.
I don't think that
You
there's
don't ever
a
stand
lot
up
more,
to your parents.
Yeah, it's a lot more. It's a big respect issue. If I, you know.
No, you're right. You're right, because we had a Chinese teacher at my school that I worked at up until the beginning of June. He was here for a year, and he told us, a lot about China. And it definitely seems that way.
I want to visit so bad. I want to go over there and see this. But he said like it's really dirty though. Like
The cities. Yeah.
And I think that's where he is. He's, he just says that like the babies. The main thing is that kids and babies will just go poop on the street. Yeah, they have these pants and they have a flap on the butt and they just squat and go poop like right there in the street.
Okay, well, what about the Great Wall of China? Maybe you should go visit there.
Is there going to be poop on that wall?
I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty in the pictures, but they're usually from like space.
Yes, you can't see the
poop.
Anyway, so it's just, he says it's very, and I'm like, man, it must be stinky up around there. He's like, yeah, it's like there's crap in the trash can just from like, and he says that they carry their babies, like they'll put them in a basket and sling them over their shoulder. Like crazy stuff. They'll tie them to their bodies. Like it's just really funny, and I want to see it. Like I really do. I know that it would be stinky and dirty, but I don't care. I want to see this.
Yeah, maybe just for like a day or two, and then you can like go way out in the country in the mountains.
Yeah, he's been to a lot of different places. They go hiking all the time. Like,
oh, cool,
beautiful. You've seen his pictures, right? Are you friends with him?
Yeah, I've seen some of his pictures.
Yeah, they're really some great pictures. And I want to meet Ray. That's his girlfriend.
Okay.
So bad 'cause she's so cute.
How long have they been together?
A couple years, I think. So, no, I'm really excited. I'm so glad he's here. I hope that, I'm sure we'll get together a couple more times throughout the visit, but we have definite plans on July 5th. I think we're going to go hiking with the kids somewhere. He says, I don't remember the name of the place, but
where is it?
It's right on Westchester Pike. There's like a little hike trail.
Oh, Okahocking?
Maybe. Does that have a brown sign?
With like a barn, with a stone barn?
I think so. Is that a good place?
Yeah, it would be like if you're going from here to Ron and Marie, it'd be on your left-hand side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okahocking. It's cool. There's a stream where like Dylan went snorkeling before.
Okay, so
he found a turtle.
Am I going to be okay with the 4 kids, like with? With Karen?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's some hills, but the main trail is pretty wide. If you want to go down by the stream, it's like not so wide, but the kids are allowed to go swimming there.
So Crocs would be okay to wear.
Yeah.
For that hike.
Yeah.
Okay, so they can play. Okay, cool.
But how does he know about that place?
He always hikes. He's a big hiker. Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He thought that would be a great idea, and I'm excited about that.
I don't know. I have to work that way.
Does he hike every day or?
No,
only
not
on the
every day.
weekdays.
Yeah, and then some weekdays it's just too stinking hot and humid, and I'm like, nope.
It's been really humid.
Yeah.
Haven't you felt like that?
Yeah. And I have to wear long pants.
Are you dripping sweat?
And, this like big heavy belt. I'm like, no. I'm supposed to wear these boots that are like army boots, and I get out of it most of the time. One day I wore my flip-flops all day because I was in the office, and my manager didn't even know.
Good.
Because my feet do not like anything heavier than flip-flops, that's for sure.
Yes, Katie. It's been how many years have I known you? 14? 14,
How old?
15?
I'm going to be 30 tomorrow.
I know.
That's scary.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Isn't time going by so quick?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we just had our kids, like...
Who was I telling the story of when I found out I was pregnant at your house? Oh, my friend Jess from work. I was just telling her the other day. We were out at lunch. And
I thought about that not too long ago.
I was like, it felt like when I was telling her the story, it felt like it just happened. It was so sad.
So long.
Maya, you need to come down here so I can hold your baby.
And so I can hold your baby too.
But you already have to hold her.
So I can hold you, yeah.
Jake wants to hold Jeff. Yes. The two the boys. What's I gonna say? Oh, Jeff might be fighting for some Uncle Craigie on the most popular award now. They love him. Tell that to Jeff. Say you guys better get down here.
Even the score.
Yes.
And I'll take Jackson for the whole day.
What about my 4? Katie's like,
Jackson's very portable and teeny tiny.
I see how it is. See how it is. All right, Maya. Well, we just wanted to chat and talk. You can.
Jackie's
fast
done her
forward.
coffee, so she's gonna go right to the wine.
No, I still have kids here.
Oh.
You gotta
well,
pack them up first.
Yep. As soon, the minute they leave the door.
No, I actually can't. I can't drink wine until after I shovel. Otherwise, it might not get done, and I might fall over doing my wheelbarrow. Like
It might be more fun. It might be more bearable shoveling while you're drinking some wine.
yes, but the wheelbarrow is really heavy, and I almost fall over anyway. Jake laughs at me, and I don't want to break my body.
Probably a good thing.
And I don't want to knock over the wheelbarrow, so then I have to shovel it back in there again. That would be so counterproductive there. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Okay, well, we will talk to you some other time, Maya.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Let me stop this.